Okay, hear me out. I know a lot of people want to discuss things like how do we fight Satan or how do we conquer him and all that type of stuff, but I argue that's kind of a secondary thing to want to learn, or something that's not as important as what I'm about to talk about now. Do you know that you are much more dangerous to yourself than Satan will ever be? Let me explain. So the thing is that Satan can only influence you. He can only place things in your path to tempt you. He can only place spirits in your life to tempt you, or people in your life to tempt you. But he can't force you to do anything. You make the decision to sin. You make the decision to fall. You make the decision to go against God. That is the thing that we do to ourselves. He can't get into your body and force you to do that unless you invite him in. And even when you invite him in, that is you saying, "Hey, come into me and do what you want." Your action, that influence, that invite that you allow, that you uh, executed, that you've allowed, that you placed upon yourself, is you doing that to yourself, and him just taking advantage of it. But ultimately, you're much more powerful than Satan is. Now, he can outsmart people. He's definitely been alive longer than any human being ever, of course. But that doesn't mean he can force you to do anything. There is there's only compulsion or influence, but there's not a real possession without you allowing that to happen. And so I would argue that you need to learn to conquer your own flesh before you want to start attacking Satan and stuff. Allowing, like, in your household. So there's another thing, like in your household, in your home, there are spirits lurking around, say, especially depending on like what you have in your house, allowing certain things to you're when you invite things into your house, like when people do the whole crystals things, or they talk about astrology or tarot cards and all that stuff. That is you inviting those spirits into your house and allowing them to night and day, 24 hours a day, influence you and your decisions and how you navigate the world. That's you allowing those evil spirits to do what they got to do what they want to do to you, to pull you away from Christ, to lead you down the path of destruction. But ultimately, you allowed that. They can't just enter into your life. They can't just enter into your body without an invitation. So forget the whole nonsense about Satan. We do need to battle him, but you need to conquer your flesh, your mind. You need to read your Bible, pray daily. That's why it's called daily bread. You need to be in your word and learning and woven it into your whole flesh, your worldview, and keep Christ in sight. Don't let all these other philosophies and stuff convince you otherwise, that you need Jesus plus this or Jesus plus that. All you need is Jesus and his word, and following him with every core of your being. And and that's how you win. You have a blessed day.